So what this is doing now is you placing your hips under your knees under your hips. And we're now, the reason we've got the band is because we have to keep our knees over, because if we don't, it falls down. So you now have to keep your knees over your toes. And we're just going to squat. And Janet, you're squatting a little bit, you're squatting a bit more, and you're squatting as much as you can. Because it is a tough one on the hips, but it's strengthening the hips. And if you want to use your hands, what this will do is get your heart rate up a little bit higher because you're using more muscles, but you don't have to, it's just you can. So, let me have a look at it. Perfect. So what you're all doing brilliantly, if I just show you, is a lot of people want to go like this, so they're shoving the knees forward and the bum stays there. But what you're all doing is taking the bum back, which is wonderful. And when you can't do any more, one more please. Good control, really good control.
I'm doing Joe Wicks's this week, so I've done loads of squats.
Have you? And how are you getting on with the gym? You know, working
There's been a leak. We don't talk about it.
What, your weed?
That would be more acceptable.
Yeah, that would be more, that would be less annoying.
Oh, is that bad?
Well, we're not putting
Okay.
the floor down till it's sorted.
Oh dear.
I'm just doing it in my bedroom.
You're doing it though?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Really good. Good mobility. You've all gone lower now, which is perfect. And do you remember when we were children, we always just sit on our
No,
couches?
just without
It's
even,
Daniel.
without even thinking about it.
Use it or lose it. If you start to get cool, tell me, because the heating's on. I turned them, it was really hot when I came up. So I thought,
There's plenty warm enough at the moment,
Yeah.
feeling good?
Yeah, I just don't want to overdo it, so I'm not.
No, you have to listen to your own body today, not what you wish it was like or what it was yesterday. So a good thing now is just to keep the bum like this. And we're still working on the same area. Here is easier, here is tougher, here is bloody tough. Okay, so start here, and if you feel you want to work a bit harder, you can move the band down. So now we're going to do exactly the same as we did when we were setting up. So all you've got to do is have tension on. You're not trying to stretch the band too much, but you just want tension on now. So it's exactly the same as what we did before, but now we have a bit of tension on the band. And if you want to practice your balance, or you can hold on. I love my Lionel, by the way, thank you.
Your what?
Lionel. My skeleton.
Oh,
lie, because I can't sit up.
I'm still thinking about the floor. I thought you were saying lino.
Lionel. I call him Lionel. No, Lionel.
Well, kids are both like, thank God you got rid of that.
Freaks me out. And where's the legs and the arms and the...
I know. One of my friends has a real human skeleton.
No way.
And you can't get rid of it.
Is that allowed?
No. She's a bit like, you know, her granddad had it when it was not illegal.
Who's that? Hannah? Do I know them?
Emily, who works with me?
No.
God. We'll cremate it.
She's like, what am I going to do with that? It's lived in her parents' attic, and now it lives in her attic.
Sit like a roadshow. How does that feel? So one side will feel better than the other, but what you'll notice is the standing leg hip is working as hard as the one that's going round. And that's what you notice. So whatever you need to do, And then one more, we're going to do the side steps like we did before with the alien, you know, the,
Oh, yeah.
what's it called?
Pokemon?
No. Side step. You don't have to do the silly arm movement, but you do need to be in a bit of a squat, half squat, and you do need to go as wide as you can. And everybody will be different because we've all got different strengths. Yeah, what is it?
What are they called?
You know,
Space
Space Invaders.
Oh yeah.
I'm coming over to you.
That's it. Again, it's doing two things at once, but we're talking, so it's three things at once. So if Joe Wicks is cutting it one time, Hannah, you can put this on and do this and then go, well, I haven't got any more time, so just quit, press pause, come back to it later.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I think I'm doing that.
But Joe is such a cheerful chappie, why wouldn't you work extra hard for him? He's lovely, isn't he?
It's just different stuff every time.
Yeah. Doing well.
I feel like me and Jeff are doing interpretive
No, and you can ditch the band and your legs feel light after that, don't they? Do whatever. And then because we need to rest for a little moment, we're going to still do something, active rest, we're going to just massage the feet. So put the ball, so imagine there are 4 points in your foot. We're going to massage all of them. So the first thing here is by doing this and then across a bit, and across a bit. This is deep tissue massage and trigger point, if you've ever heard that saying. Because what happens is when you press down on the ball, it does squodge a bit, which is good. You don't want like a squash ball that's got no give in it. You want something with a bit of give, but it pushes the blood out of the muscle. And then when the blood comes rushing back in, it's very healing. And then squidge it between your toes. Yeah, it's just something you can do while you're watching telly. So I'm standing in front of you on the camera. Look, my bone look big in this. And then go to the arch. So we're in the arch. Now, you haven't got any, nobody's got any problems with their arches. Plantar fasciitis or anything.
Yeah, that comes and goes. But
So this is good for it. In fact, have you ever had reflexology?
Once, yeah.
So how did you find it?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Really, it's the weirdest thing, really. I couldn't quite understand how the connections were made with what she was doing to my feet and saying, oh, hips are feeling a bit stiff or your knees are a bit whatever.
Have you had it?
Yeah. Same. It's good.
Bizarre. I thought that the lady who did it, a nurse, and she was a student reflexologist, and I was her body, one of her studies. And I go to the heel, and I said, "Oh, Sue, it's lovely, but you know, you've got to, you need to cut your fingernails a bit." And she went, "I haven't got any." And it was as though she was sticking needles in me.
Gosh, no, I didn't have that.
And that was my neck area.
Oh, right. She did say, the lady did say, she said, I've never had such squidgy toe pads before.
Now take the weight off your toes, so it's all on the heels now. Yeah, that's it. And then finally we roll it, so from there, very slowly, all the way up, and then all the way back.
Gigi used to do this. My grandma used to do this.
The spiky ball.
Yeah, I've got a spike.
She was
I've
so
got
good
one,
at doing
well,
her exercises.
one in the house and one over here, but it's really rock hard, the spiky ball.
Yeah, I've got a lacrosse ball that I use again on the wall with muscles, and I do it on my feet sometimes.
Has that got any give in it? Because it needs a bit of give.
Yeah, not thought
Because
of
if it doesn't give, the ball doesn't give, then something's got to.
Yeah.
And then change view. So this is your active rest, by the way.
Very nice.
Not bad, is it? So when you are rollering, whether it be foam roller or this or on the wall, when you, if you get to a point where you think, ow, then I'm afraid that's where you need to stay for a little while, but ease off.
I
So you're
can't
not,
do my quads on a roller. It is so it just makes me cry. It's so painful.
and
It's just God.
it's not good, is it?
No. Well, it doesn't feel good. It might be doing you good, but
No, I
No,
don't
it
really.
is agony.
So anyway, if you come to a point where it's tender, let's say, because we're not overdoing it, that's the bit where you need to stay, because you're forcing all the blood out of the muscles. You stay there and then you roll over it, and it is supposed to feel better. But of course, we're controlling this, so it's good, but when you're foam rolling and you're sitting, it's not nice. And then go to the heel and take the toe off the floor. And then if you ever get plantar fasciitis, you get a bottle this size in the freezer. And then you do the same with that, frozen. That's really good. And then you get some insoles pretty damn quick from a podiatrist.
we find hanging off the stairs
Yeah.
really
Stretching.
helps, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Stretching the calves.
Yeah.
And then roll front to back.
In fact, that's how we keep it at bay, I think, by
Yeah,
doing
absolutely,
that
definitely.
every
Stretching.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, if you didn't know, I don't know if you do, it's the inflammation of the fascia.
Yeah.
And it's a thin band. Causing us lots of trouble. And what I'm shocked at is loads of people my age are having it lately. I don't know why. And I wonder it's something to do with too flat a shoe all the time.
Probably. No arch.
Whereas, yeah, you know, ballet pumps
Yeah.
and flip flops,
Yeah, no, I don't
no
know.
support. Right, let's move on and do a bit of work. So we're going to work the shoulders now, and we're going to go back to dumb waiter and white and W. Bearing in mind, you don't have to rest. So if you, as long as you've got tension on the band, I look like I'm at the starting point, but actually the starting point is there, but I'm keeping some tension because I want to work hard. So shoulders down and back, neck lengthened, and then the crucial thing is to keep the elbows in. And I know you're all good at this.
Have I got an extra strong band?
I'll let me know and see if it's stronger. No, it's a different make. What do you think?
There's a bit less. Thank you.
Not
I can hardly move this week.
Not intentional, sorry. Making sure the elbows stay in. How have your shoulders been this week, Hannah?
Yeah, they've been alright actually. Neck's been a bit. I've been doing a lot of neck rolls and on the phone and I've had DOMs from Joe, so I've kind of been achy, but my shoulders have been good.
Do you feel like having the drums, does it make you feel like, yes,
Done something, yeah.
I've worked? Right,
Taking it easy though. I'm doing his beginner's hits and
Oh,
just
you're doing
getting
that.
into it.
So now we're going to go as far as we can and pulse here for 10. Elbows in. So I can feel this in my neck, working my neck.
Not bad.
It's everywhere.
Well, sorry, but 5 more. 5 big ones. You know your band's about that level. That's it. Oh, no, no, no. That's it. And 5 pulses. So a really good stretch is to pull the arm and take it across without turning the body at all. So I haven't turned, I've just gone like that. Nice. And then shake it in. Other side. Pull it out first. Take it across. While you're there, just think about your pelvic floor and core. And then the next one is Y to W. If you just need a bit more rest first, that's absolutely fine. But the Y to W, if you can see in the Y shape. And now, because I've led with the elbows, I'm in a W shape. So a lot of people think you do this because it's easier, and it's, you think you're being tougher, but actually that's easier. This. And then you have a chair. And you have to keep your neck up, neck lengthened, pelvic floor lifted, core engaged. Good. That's brilliant. Now you're way, way back. Where's my phone? That's amazing. Look how far behind your head you are now. That's great. Do you want that or shall I delete it?
That's okay. Thank you.
Oh, and that's so you're not going to sit on your head now. You're going way back.
Concentration.
Oh, right, I'll shut up.
And
And you've got you've realised how big your ponytail is,
Yeah.
and you are navigating it very well.
I think I didn't realise at first
Tipping
the
your
idea
head
was
a
to
little
go.
bit forward, which you can see. I mean, I know you've got a ponytail to navigate, look.
Oh, yeah.
So you're just tipping forward a bit.
Yeah.
That's why we have a phone pocket. Okay. And then we get a rest after this. Oh, not necessarily a rest. You might get a rest. You can now do the shoulder mobility on the floor or at the wall. It's your choice.
Floor today.
Floor, yeah. If you've been, especially if you're saying about your neck and yeah. Watch your fingers don't catch on the, go to the left slightly, right slightly. Yeah, that's it. So you're going to spike your fingers. Enjoy. Yeah, so remember there's two to this one. There's the one where your hands flip over. There. And then there's the second one where they go up. We hadn't thought about that then and let the wrist drop.
I'm trying.
Very. That's really good. So you have a bit of a gap. Go to that again. So I will just get a bit of a fist up. That's it. I know, but the second one won't hurt much. I mean, it's a stretch, not a. Is it painful or just?
No,
it's a stretch.
Yeah, it's not painful. It's difficult.
Okay, so then I'll try something, which I'm not going to try and hurt you, so don't worry. So what I want you to do now is inhale and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And one more. That's it now, couldn't even get that in. Again. And again. Your watch is on there, can you do it?
Yeah.
One more.
relaxing, isn't it?
And what you've got to remember is if you were doing it on the floor, you would be relaxing. You haven't got gravity. You have got gravity helping you, whereas you're actually having to work at that. But it means it shows that you are not as immobile as you thought. It's the brain conning you that it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
So your brain protects you when you are in pain by stopping you doing something, but it also protects you. It thinks it's protecting you by saying, don't do that, it's going to hurt. That's the stretch reflex. Okay, we're staying down on the floor, and again we're going to do shoulder bridge. And the reason we're doing shoulder bridge now is we're working on the hips. We want to strengthen those bum muscles. So we will want the bands in a moment.
Thank you.
No, don't put them on yet. So we're doing ordinary shoulder bridge first for a whole minute. So you're going to build up to shoulder bridge, and then I'm going to look at how good your shoulder bridge is. And we're going to do it for a minute. Is that okay? I mean, obviously, if you need to come down, you must. But if you don't need to come down, a minute is fantastic. So up you go. Good. Now the exercises are a bit quieter. Did you say you had a reformer, Janet, or you have access to a reformer?
No, I used to go to a reformer class. Yeah.
That's good. Does it hurt anywhere?
No, I might get cramp in my hamstrings, but.
Right, so I can see exactly how good your shoulder bridges are, which is good, by the way. Still breathing. Your pelvic floor is getting a heck of a break now because all those inners are hanging there and resting on the pelvic floor now on. So the pelvic floor is a really good time to work it now. Best chance it's ever going to have. There we go, that lovely noise. Gently come down. And then hop one knee into your chest. And then the other as well. That's it. So I have to take a little thought. I can't just go straight into this stretch. You know, I have to just take it easy. And then go for it. Rock from side to side. Lovely. And then push your knees away and arch your back. And then pull your knees in again and round your back. So we're mobilising the spine again. And then when you're ready, put the band back on around just above your knees.
The challenge in itself.
These are much easier because they don't cling to your clothes. Of course,
It's a lot harder.
it's tougher, yeah. Tougher. But also they slide down when, so, you know, it's forced against. Okie dokie, so now we're going to go up to shoulder bridge, and you're going to then take your feet slightly closer together, not together, but slightly close together. And then you're going to stay in that perfect shoulder bridge that I know you can do. And then you're going to open the knees and close them for 1 minute. And we're only doing this is the last one, we're not doing any more. Oh dear. So up you go. You get a nice rest after this. Well, you know, active rest. So you're closing the knees, opening them, working those outer thighs.
I've forgotten about that bit.
Yeah. Luckily I'm watching. Beady eye. Oh, that was good, Anna. You just corrected your shoulder bridge then. Like that. So a lot of people, when they're doing this, their bum drops quite a lot, and yours aren't. And when it did that one time then, Hannah, you remembered and flipped it back up. And you've only got 8, 7, 6, 5. Brilliant. Down you come, well done. Again, same stretch. Pull the knee into your chest. Yes, you can ditch the bands, unless you want to keep the band. I wouldn't, Janet, for sure. And I wouldn't tonight, Hannah, because you need rest. Don't make it too hard. Okay, pull your knees in, do the same little routine. Do you find that relaxing, these stretches?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I like them. And then just to stretch the bum off, I'll do it standing up. You're on the floor. If you just feel, notice that you have both bum cheeks on the floor. So then pull one knee into the chest and hug it. And then the bum stays down. And then take the knee across, but without the bum coming off the floor. That's the bit. And the reason we do that is because if the bum comes off the floor, you are doing a spine twist, but we don't want to do a spine twist, we want to stretch the bum, so you should feel it there. You're pulling it into your, pulling it into your chest. Let me just do it here.
That.
Yeah, pull it in here like this, as close as you can, and keep that bum on the floor and take the leg across. And relax. So I've got a stretch around my piriformis area, the bum, cheek of the bum. And you're not trying to stretch it and pull it off, you're just trying to get the muscle back to the length it was before. And then take it back and swap sides. And take it across. It's a relaxing stretch. And then take it back, and then your other leg, cross it over, the ankle over the knee, push the knee away a tiny bit. We're not trying to break anything, just stretch things off. So we're just stretching the hip. And then using the leg that's on the floor as a lever, pull the knee across. So I'm levering it against the knee. And this is my part of my little routine before I get out of bed. And then swap side. Push the knee away first. And breathe. And then use the knee as a lever and pull it across. And relax. So we're going to do clown, again to work the hips now. And you need to be in a straight line, and my hips are straight up to the ceiling.
I'm going to pass on this one, Carol.
So this one you'll do standing up. Okay. Unless you want to do it on your knees.
I don't think I do, because it's one that Paul specifically told me not to do. So.
Okay. So what would you like to do instead? So the next exercise we're going to be this.
Yeah, I'll do a little bit of that.
Extra of that.
Yeah.
So we're doing clown. And do you want to know about progression?
Yeah, might as well.
Here we go.
Might
She's got
not
the
do
right
it.
attitude
You can
now.
tell me about it.
So now the progression is I lift the feet up to start, and then I do the so it's much harder. So you don't have to do as many. So why did you say not that one? Where?
Well, I shouldn't really be doing this one either, I don't think. It's because he's working on this hip, and I've got hip dysplasia, so he wants to get everything strengthened before I start putting too much rotation pressure on it.
Are you has he got you? Well, I mean, I'm asking you because I'm picking his brain now.
Yeah.
By you. So there's one where you have a band there.
Oh yes, yeah, I do that decompression. Yeah. I've got about 40 minutes worth of exercises he has me doing. So yeah.
Wow.
All fours. He calls it bird dog or whatever it is.
Yes.
But only low.
Yeah.
So I do quite a lot of those.
We're doing
on
something
both
similar.
sides, and then
How's that?
a
Did you
resistance.
feel that now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So bring that top knee up, drop it down, and get stretched in the bum. So that top knee comes up here and relaxes.
Sitting leg raises with a resistance band.
Oh, just sitting as in on a chair.
Sitting on on a bench or a chair or whatever, just single leg raise, but with a resistance band around my ankle. Step ups, squats.
Straighten yourselves out. With a band, squats with a band to keep you
No,
up and high.
not at the moment, no.
And then we are now lifting the top leg, and ideally we want to do 10 slow, feet flexed, that's it. 10 pulses at the top, and then I'll let you off with 5 slow, 5 pulses. Very low, Janet, don't go
Yeah.
try and go your highest. And I want to do the 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 5. It's good, very good mobility. Supposed to. If it didn't, what's the point?
Yeah.
Not you, not injured. This is talking about strength, not rehab. I'm intrigued now. This two-way, why can't you see that on the outside? It's not right there.
Quite thick. They're double layered.
Oh,
They're really thick. They're my winter ones.
so you should really know about that. And then again, you bring the knee up and drop it to the floor. Bash the muscle that's hurting. Good. And then we're going to do the other side. Are you still feeling like glad you came?
Yeah, no, I would be in bed at home if I wasn't here.
Would you? Actually in bed?
Yeah.
Reading or sleeping?
I'd have started reading. I may be asleep by now.
Wow.
Kind
If you need it, you need it. But
Mm.
I think that exercise is more energising than sleep in my little world.
I think I'll sleep better tonight for having done this.
Mm.
I slept really badly last night, so I feel like I'm almost kind of migraine-y, tired.
Do you get full-on migraines?
Not very often, because tiredness is my only trigger really. So, and I don't. Now the kids are a bit older, I don't.
I don't get headaches, so if I had a headache, I'd be like, okay, I've got a tumour, I need to go to the doctors. Do you drink plenty of water?
Just got myself a new water bottle because my old one leaked. So I'm drinking much more water this week than I did last week.
I just dropped mine this morning. I was getting into the car, I had too many things, dropped it, smashed. And now do an exercise you like, Janet. Do an exercise you like.
Okay. I'm doing it.
Excellent news. So it's the clown for you now, I think, Jeff, and straight leg walks. On that side.
What's the clown for you, Molly? Oh, yeah.
Like clown shell. Feet flex. That's it. Both feet flex. Yeah, that's it. And the progression was to start with your feet here, because you did that on the other side. You want to do it this side. It's good, really good. Feet flexed. any use on your wrist?
Oh, it'll be ages. Ages.
Stop asking.
I mean, it'll be months and months and months.
Well, I'm not going to name names then, but I train with somebody who is some sort of consultant. And one of the lads said, if you've got anything, tell him.
Is he a hand person?
Not telling him. But no. Sorry. Anyway, you'd have to come to XBA if you wanted to.
So what are you training for?
I'm not, just training for life.
Okay.
I wanted to try high rocks, but I can't run, so I'm waiting until they change the rules so one person can do the running and the other person can do the strength. And then I'll try it.
Jeff used to do a tandem triathlon, didn't you, Jeff?
you?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
one
Well, who did the 2 bits then?
well, one swims, one runs, and you both ride the bike.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah, it was good fun.
It was all right.
Fun.
Neither of you were strong swimmers, were you? And you were both good runners, so.
I think if I could do a pool one, because sometimes they do pool ones,
Yeah,
I
this
could do the
was
swim.
this was a pool swim.
I'd have to train for it, but I mean, physically I could do it. But last time I went on a bike, I fell off.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Only round the lanes, and I went down the pothole and in the dark and blah blah blah. So I can't be bothered. And then running, just my hamstring won't let me.
How far was the swim, Jeff?
It's a kilometre swim, wasn't it?
Yeah.
6k
That's a
run
sprint
and
then.
a 40k.
No, it was a 10k run.
10k run and a 40k bike ride. wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Round Bishop's Castle.
Oh, it's really hilly.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're mad.
Yeah.
Right,
It was a killer.
you've only got one more hard one.
Did it?
If we don't do that, little add-on one. And that's, you'll need the bars for that, and you're going to do it very, very gently. So we're in our box position, and then we take one knee off the floor, and without lifting the hip, because if you look at my leg now, where it is absolutely not perpendicular, when it's perpendicular is where you need it, and I've got my neck lengthened and a pulse. So you two can pulse a bit more, but we are not trying to get the leg up here, because if you look at the shape of my hips now, they're all out of straight. So it's here in the midpoint, and if you, yes, you're good at that. How the wrists on that one, Hannah?
Right, these are good.
My sister-in-law bought them for me. She was in a shop in Wrexham, and she said, look, I've just found you want some. Yes, please. That's very good, and that's very good. And if you think to make sure the foot's flexed, then you're getting a nice stretch, and your shins are working and everything. So are you counting?
No.
By any chance? No. What I love is about 20 or 30.
Oh, blimey, I've done 40. I don't know, I wasn't counting.
Oh, okay.
You will have done.
Yeah, you fooled me then. You absolutely fooled me. Because whatever you do, you absolutely must do on the other side. Well, I'm not actually, Janet, I'll let you off, but you guys you must do the same. And then we're going to do it again.
So, yeah, do the other side, you mean? and then-
Yeah, same amount. So that's why I like to use the timer sometimes, because otherwise I just spend my whole life counting.
Yeah, you decide.
And it's just
It's
irritating.
boring, isn't it?
Irritating, especially if you're trying to watch telly. So then I just set the timer. And then the rest, because you want to rest, is the child pose, and that stretches your back the opposite way and deeply presses in.
It always clicks my back.
It has clicked your back
It always clicks my back, yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah.
Good. I just feel taller when I finish that. And then we're going to do another round of that if you can. But if you can't or don't want to, then we're going to do the same exercise. It looks the same and it looks bad. It looks like I'm doing it in bad form, but actually what I'm doing is turning the leg out slightly. And you might not want to do this, Janet.
No.
This is what he said. So you go back and do the same,
Yeah.
but others here. So we're not still not trying to go really high. You're just trying to go in a different shape. So your hips dropped out, Hannah. That's it. It's hard work keeping it upright, isn't it? It's working both hips. That's really good, Joe. This is the hard work done. Brilliant. You did it.
Mm.
Went quickly for me. Did it go quickly for you?
Mm.
Oh, 40 minutes a day.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh, I don't do it every day, I have to confess. I do it about 3 times a week.
I was going to say, I think it's a lot to expect
Yeah.
somebody to do.
It's because he'd do it.
It's, yeah. But he knows I don't do it every day, but.
No, I bet you're supposed to have rest days. Okay, so now we're going to try, again, if I saw your feet cramping up, your toes under. So you keep your toes curled under, but you now want to do that stretch, but knees as absolutely as wide as you can to stretch the inner thighs, because you've used them loads on the clam and the shoulder bridge where you're opening and closing. Because what you were doing, you were contracting the muscles, your psoas, your inner thighs, you were contracting them, so now you need to stretch them out so they don't stay contracted and get shorter and shorter. And then come back up to knees. And we're going to do a big stretch up called cow stretch. Cat stretch. Big stretch. And then relax down to box. And then you can look up this time. Back to box. So all of those exercises, whilst they weren't things like the 100 and scissors this week that we've done before, they're all still a core exercise if you had your belly button to spine, like I kept nagging.
Can you remind us that more, Carol? I forget
Yes.
that every week. I'm
Okay.
never doing it
Yeah.
when you say.
Yeah. Especially the pelvic floor is the hardest one to remember, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I need to work on. So nag me twice as much, please.
I will. Okay, then we're going to stretch the hip flexors. Not massively because we didn't use them a great deal, but
It's a dead fly.
Really?
It's given up.
it's because I bet you they'll come out. I bet you if I opened those windows they'd be all in there because that's where the sun comes.
Mm.
When they're cold, that's where they hibernate.
We get the same too in the bathroom.
I know, it's
Windows
rubbish.
there.
It's where the sun is, isn't it?
Well, you saw our old windows. They all just died
Yeah,
in between our secondary.
And
floors.
ladybirds.
yes.
Loads and loads of ladybirds.
We've got a burst pipe in our bathroom at the moment.
As well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you found out what it is now?
We know what
This
it
is
is.
just the outlet pipe from the basin, hand basin. It's
Oh,
obviously just
no.
come apart.
Oh.
And water's just gushing out. So that's
Oh,
two
God.
bathrooms now. We've got
No.
something.
2 broken bathrooms.
Well, we've got, because the shower in one bathroom is leaking through the tiles
Oh my
and
god.
down into the kitchen ceiling. And then the hand basin in the other one is,
So if you
Is that
don't use the
actually-
hand basin, is
yeah,
it
it's
okay?
fine, yeah. It's the,
Yeah. So we're going to stretch the hamstrings by going from here up, which I find to be safer. So I'm nicely stretched already now. Well, I'm glad you guys last week the first week you came when you flushed that chain and water.
yeah?
I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't use, I haven't got any need to use that way. and down and back up. So this is quite measurable. When you do this exercise and stretch the back of your legs, now it's a long game to get straight legs and be comfortable. Really long game, but it is measurable. And back down, and one last one. And again, you felt the difference, didn't you, from Jeff, in that when you relax. So
Yeah.
that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Now bend the knees and put one hand on one thigh, one hand on the other. There's a lot of weight to lift, so we take it easy. One vertebrae at a time. And then I want to do that standing stretch for the bum, but I definitely want you, Janet, to just lean. Yeah. So this is the one you can do when you're doing a walk or bike ride. You don't want to fall over in front of your friends, so you lean casually on the elbow on the car or something like that. You'd never live it down, would you? Never live it down if you fell over. So you should be able to feel your hips stretching in your bed and your bum. And then change sides. Take off, it's too hot.
Yeah, it suddenly got warm.
I wonder if they
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, the radiators haven't come back on. We did our guy to service it today. He's got
That's right, yeah, it's certainly nice and warm up here.
top check. I needed 3 of us, he did us and that one here. So it was worth his while coming, but and relax and go back to the ball or something, so you remember this is your curve, if you like, or the wheel of your car. So we're just stretching the calf muscles. Feeling the stretch of the calf?
Yeah.
And foot. And change sides. Come out and just stretch the shoulders, so link the fingers, take them up. So I know you can all get to your ears easily, and I know you can get behind your ears. Belly button to spine, pelvic floor. And on the out breath, might be a bit more. Brilliant, just loads more. And relax, and then back to this shoulder one, so you grasp your wrist, pull it forward without any turn at all, bring it across, a minor clump, that's fine, you've been doing it forever. And relax, same the other side, pull, stretch, take it over. Play the piano with your toes. I just saw you doing that at the corner.
I was wondering what was going on with Jeff's feet. I was thinking he's not.
Yeah, it's nice. And relax. And then circle the hips again. Backs feel alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything feel alright? Yeah, good. And then kick your bum. And raise the knee. Lovely job. You're done. Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant, thank you.
It didn't seem to go quick this
It
evening.
did, didn't it? You worked well. So I'll show you that exercise if you want to do it. Not, you don't have to do it now, but I've actually done it on video, so I'm just going to explain it. So it's about the split lunge, and it's about being exactly right in that this knee can't come in, that's really bad for your hips. And if you're only doing it to here, that's better than not doing it. But what we're actually going to do is go as low as we can, staying upright. So if you look from the side, there is no forward movement at all. Stay up, and that's perfect. And that's perfect. So anyway, the actual exercise is to do 10 of those. And then the killer, 1, 2, 3, 5 of them. And then the other killer is to come down here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 10 to finish, literally finish you off. So I'm going to put that video on.
Yeah.
There is the babble at the beginning to make sure you're doing it properly.
Mhm.
But then you can actually do it alongside me. And like I said, when I did it with this leg in front, and I was doing this bit, and I was like, no, I can't do it. So I had to stop, really squeeze, and then carry on. So, anyway, so
And
that's
what-
worth having a go when
Yeah.
you're not worn out, not when you've done all your stretching and everything.
Thank you.
Alright? And I'm thinking, I'm doing it for skiing. So I'm thinking, right, if I do that at least once a day,
Yeah.
I'd like to think I can. For God's sake, it takes a minute to work on that, you know.
Nothing to do with time,
Or more than, isn't it?
motivation.
Where's the finger?
Pardon?
Where's the finger?
I'll put it away. I have some clients around on Friday morning. 2, one and then the other. And I left the heater switched on.
Oh,
Unfortunately, Simon came upstairs. Oh, I knew I was in trouble.
Jeff did that in our exercise space, it's above the garage like this. And he went up and I went up one morning and I said, how did you know I was going up to the gym? I said, so nice of you to put the fire on. And he went, oh, it's been on days.
Oh, you were in so much trouble. Empty your piggy bank.
It's only one of these little convector heaters though, they don't use
I
much,
know,
do they?
that one is far better
Yeah, the little fans.
than those two put together.
Yeah, but I think they take more reactions too, don't they? The fan heaters.
It's worth it than being cold.
Yeah.
Much
Yeah, we have one of each and then turn them off as it warms up.
Always remember to turn them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops. But isn't it funny that you only leave it on once, and that's the time you get busted.
So would Carol candles better than those then? They're just different because they're different
They're
shapes.
different. They're a bit higher. I think these feel sturdier, even though yours look sturdier. These feel sturdier.
Interesting.
Too early to tell.
Where is that?
Give it some more checking.
Metal.
Oh, it keeps it cool or hot.
Trying to move away from plastics.
Yeah.
Slowly.
But I'm thinking it's not single-use plastic because I use the same one.